Hi, I'm Jennifer Teeter, Executive Director and Curator at the Quincy Arts Center, and I'm in our beautiful Stevenson Gallery with Exquisite Miniatures by Wes and Rachelle Siegrist. Thanks to NAPIDE, Quincy Medical Group, and Blue Cross Blue Shield for sponsoring this beautiful exhibit. Let's take a closer look, shall we? There are 65 miniatures in the exhibit, and most of them are under 7 inches. This one in particular is by Rachelle Siegrist, and it's called Birds and Art, and I was really intrigued by this one. This is a house sparrow that she saw on the motif of the state capitol in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. And so she had seen this little bird sitting in the relief here, and then there's birds in the relief. And so she felt that this was really inspiring and snapped a photo of it and also had her memory. And then when she was back in the studio, she painted this lovely, tiny little painting. Now they use 4x to 6x magnification on these, and we have 10x magnifiers here at the Art Center, and you can also bring in your own magnifying glass to look closer. So I always have a favorite in every exhibit, and sometimes it changes throughout the exhibit. I have different favorites. But this one right now is my favorite in the exhibit. And it's Standing Room Only by Wes Siegrist. And it has all these tiny, tiny little birds all lined up on the power line. And then there's this one flying in looking for his spot of where he can find his spot where he can sit on the power line as well. And there's even birds up here on the lights. I haven't counted how many birds are exactly in this painting, but there's quite a few. And also, I want to point out the signatures on each of these paintings. I really have to get the magnifying glass out to see their signatures, and it's perfect every time. It's really amazing. So this little piece was inspired by a local area for them. They live in Townsend, Tennessee, and these are local cascades. And here is Wes right here, and he's in the photo. He's taking a photograph and getting inspiration, and Rachelle was taking a photograph of Wes taking a photograph, getting inspiration. And so they went back to the studio and were looking through their photographs of their day adventure out at the Cascades, and Wes decided to do a self-portrait of himself, gaining inspiration from the Cascade. Like many artists, the Siegrists get inspiration from other artists. And in this piece, admiring Snyder's still life with dead game, we see Rachelle, who's actually the artist of this painting, in a gallery looking at another artist's work and getting inspiration from their work. And actually, Rachelle and Wes are historians of miniature art, and they've written books, and they're part of many societies of miniature art and others that they are experts in their field. And so I really like this piece of how I'm in the gallery now, and I'm looking at Rachelle in a gallery looking at a painting. I really love the play that is with this little piece. So there's so many different subject matters covered in this exhibit. But again, I'm going to go back to those birds. I have my favorites. And so this one is a piece by Wes that they were on a trip in Mexico, and it's these pigeons on the top of this building. And then again, there's that one that's just in flight, ready to put himself right next to his little buddies there. And I love how they're all lined up, and then they've got these wonderful patterns of the building in there, and then also this beautiful blue sky in here contrasting with that detail of the building in white. It's wonderful. So this piece is painted by both artists. They do this of painting, they trade the painting off for a couple hours each. And then, so this is both by Wes and Rachelle, and so you can actually see that in the tiny, tiny little signature they have. But this is called Ocean Compliments, and I love what they wrote about this piece. They say, we try to do a couple paintings each year together. Our tandem treasures are fun and challenging at the same time. It's nice to not have to spend hours working on part of a painting, but it's a delicate balance when you may not agree with what the other artist did. More so when it's your spouse sitting right next to you. Rachelle loves to take it in stride. When asked what she does, if Wes paints something she doesn't like, she simply replies, "I'll fix it." Quincy Art Center is a 501c nonprofit, and what that means is that we rely on donations, foundations, and grants to bring all the programs that we have to our community. So if you are interested in supporting any kind of exhibit or educational program at the Quincy Art Center, we would love your support. And please go to quincyartcenter.org and click the donate button.